Hey Pipsqueaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miranda if you're new here. Today we're going to be talking about Ed and Lorraine's case, the Annabelle doll. So before we get started, this is a new series. It's a series called the Ed and Lorraine Warren cases. So basically in this series we're going to go over the different real life version, not the movie version, of the Ed and Lorraine Warren cases that we all know from movies such as The Conjuring, Annabelle, all of those types of movies. So last video we did in this series was the Amityville house. So if you want to see that, I'll link it in the playlist in the cards over here. And so today we're going to be digging into Annabelle. Now before we get started, if you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on social so you can become friends. Leave any other video suggestions for the series that you want me to do next down below. Which of the Ed and Lorraine's cases series. Every video we give you guys a shout out. Here are today's video shout outs. If you want to be in the next one, all you have to do is comment anything at all down below. And without further ado, let's just get started. So I'm sure you clicked on this video because either this stuff just interests you or you've seen the Annabelle movies. Now, the movies are incorrect. The movies make the doll look way scarier than it is, which is even creepier because the real life one is just a normal Raggedy Ann doll. Yep, just a regular Raggedy Ann doll that you or your family probably has had at one point in their time. That's what makes this whole story weird. Now before we get into the real story of the Annabelle doll, let's just get some facts out of the way about the real doll. Just like the movie, they actually do have the real doll in a case in their own museum, telling people don't touch it. Now why? Because they think that it is inhabited by an inhumane spirit. Now for real, in real life, someone that went to their museum, this is how creepy it is. Before we get into the story, here's how creepy it still is. Someone was at their museum taunting the doll. First off, when this man was taunting the doll, they were warning him to stop and asking him to leave. When he finally left, he got into a really weird motorcycle accident and died. So just you heard it from here first. Don't taunt anything that's haunted, okay? It doesn't end well. So now that all of that is out of the way, let's dig into the story of how it became. So the real life Annabelle story began in 1970 when a 28-year-old nurse received the Raggedy Ann doll as a birthday gift from her mom. She put the rag doll on her bed and began to notice it changing positions. A leg would be crossed or the doll would be lying on its side. Then the girl and her roommate began to find parchment paper on the floor with written messages such as, "Help me, help us." Again, the movie is kind of accurate, but it's a little dramatized, obviously, or else people wouldn't be as interested. They gotta make it a little crazy. But the thing is, they had no parchment paper in their house. The doll began appearing in different rooms and at one point appeared to be leaking blood. That's great. Then one day, a male friend was taking a nap and woke up with the doll staring at him, as if he felt like he was being strangled. There were even deep scratch wounds on his upper body. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know what doll has claws that could, first off, be so heavy to strangle someone, but also to leave claw marks on. Again, they could be making it up, but Ed and Lorraine go to investigate it, so. The girls at first thought maybe an intruder was moving the doll around and leaving notes. When they ruled that out, not knowing where to turn to, they contacted a medium and a seance was held. The girls were introduced to the spirit of Annabelle Higgins. She was said to be a young girl that resided on the property before the apartments were built and died there at age 7. Now here's the thing. Lorraine in real life said she doesn't trust psychics, Ouija boards, or anything that can invite in spirits. The spirit related to the medium that she felt comfort with the two roommates in the apartment and wanted to stay with them and be loved. I don't know how I feel about that. The roommates gave Annabelle, here is where they messed up, permission to inhabit the doll, but things got worse. Now, if you're new here, or if you're new to the paranormal world in general, or you just don't know this, you don't invite things in anywhere at any time, because demons can disguise themselves as things innocent as a little kid, which is what it did here. Which is why you don't invite anything in, because you never know if it's a disguise or not. The Warrens took an interest in the case and contacted the women. They came to the immediate conclusion that the doll itself was not in fact possessed, but manipulated by an inhuman presence. Which goes on to say, truly the spirit was not looking to stay attached to the doll, it was looking to possess a human host. Again, why you don't invite anything in, because they could be lying. which it did, in many ways more than one. The Warrens took the doll, and Ed told his wife they should avoid the highway because he was going to be a rough ride home. He was right. At some point, he had to sprinkle the Annabelle doll with holy water to calm it down, which it was acting out because they know the spirit knew that Ed and Lorraine knew it wasn't just a normal little girl. So they were scared. So they started acting out. Now here we go. The movie Annabelle does not resemble the real life story. In the movie, the doll is owned by a young couple given to the woman for her doll collection. As the woman nears her pregnancy due date, a cult came in and stabbed the pregnant woman in the belly and ended up dead in their home. One of the said cult leaders' names was Annabelle Higgins. So that is where the movie and the real life story differ. And at the end of the day, Ed and Lorraine said they don't care how much they twisted the story as long as the real point came out, which was you don't trust. It was serving the purpose of warning about demons. In the end of the day, the point is, like I said, no matter what the spirit presents itself as, a loved one, a little girl, or a soldier that got killed in war, do not invite it in anywhere in your house, in anything. So that was the main point of the story, and they were okay that they twisted the story a little bit as long as the main point became clear, which is why the story is different from the real life story. So I thought that was interesting. First off, that it's just a normal old doll that everyone else has, which goes to show you that it doesn't matter what it is, don't invite it in. So if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on socials so we can become friends. I hope you liked this video. If you did, let me know your thoughts on it down below. Do you think it's true? Do you think it's not? Let me know anything. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on socials so we can become friends. Let me know any other Ed and Lorraine cases to do in this series. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!